Alright, whoa, what's good, man? My name is FlemLo Raps. Want to welcome y'all back to another episode of This Week and Last Chance U. This is the weekly series where I update you guys on everything that is taking place within the Last Chance U universe. We discuss information from players from season 1 to season 3. Y'all know how we do it. Now, we did 2 episodes last week. If you missed either of those, they will be popping up at the end of this video. Make sure you're going and checking those out and staying up to date. Now, real quick, if y'all missed it, I uploaded my Dallas vlog on yesterday. Your boy was out there running the 40. I did the cone drill. We played 7-on-7. I caught like a 40-yard bomb for the touchdown. If y'all missed that, make sure you going and checking that out. I'll pin it up at the top of the comment section and it'll pop up at the end of this video. In this video, we got news on Bobby Bruce, Rakeem Boyd, Dakota Allen, DJ Law, and more. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget, click the thumbs up button. Without further ado, y'all know what time it is. This Week in Last Chance U. Cue the wing.
Yeah, you'll never know quitter, 'cause I'ma go get her.
I gotta issue a small spoiler warning here. This first thing is something that could make season 4. It's not like a big deal. It's not a big storyline thing. It doesn't even involve any of the players or the head coach. But if you're sensitive to that type of stuff, here's a timestamp. Feel free to skip this first quick story. So 2 coaches went at it at a recent independence practice. Well, Flynn, what do you mean they went at it? See for yourself.
Coach, he get a big man, he settled it all. He went to the league type shit. Man, jam his ass.
Now, the 2 coaches who were tagged in this were Coach Jordan Rimzai, the DB coach, whose name I'm sure I just butchered, and Coach Paul Holmes, wide receiver coach. All I can say is this. If my coaches ever did this in practice, like, I'm lit for the rest of the day. Probably the rest of the week. Maybe even the year. Who knows? Like, did you see that catch? Look at that catch. It's pretty impressive. So 24/7 Sports published an article yesterday about Bobby Bruce's arrest following Last Chance U season 3. Now, literally everybody was gut punched at the end of season 3 when we found out that Bobby Bruce had been arrested, and it even said that he probably would not be returning to Independence. We looked up, I don't know how many episodes ago, Bobby's back in Indy, but he's not on the roster. What's going on? Well, this article helps to fill in some of those blanks. It turns out Bobby hasn't fully been exonerated yet, but the state attorney in Florida filed a notice of no information on Bobby's case this past Monday. Now, this usually just means that they don't have enough evidence to move forward with the case. After being arrested on June 7th, Bobby got out on bond on July 12th. The reason they had to let him go on bond, well, he was never formally charged with anything. Unfortunately, though, this doesn't mean the case is just fully closed. According to the article, the prosecutor still has until November 29th to come forward with a formal charge. But they would have to have new evidence in order for that to happen, and Bobby's attorney says that's pretty unusual after they file for no information. Like, basically, they ain't have enough evidence then, so it's pretty unlikely that they'll have more evidence by November 29th. Now, I'm gonna link the article in the description if you want to go and read the whole thing. This is one of the more detailed updates on Bobby Bruce's situation, although it still couldn't go into a ton of detail, but more than what we had before, so I'll take it. Definitely wishing Bobby the best, and if you saw, I believe, the last full episode, he's got a little one on the way, so, let's hope this case just gets out of, Rakeem Boyd got his first start for Arkansas versus Texas A&M on Saturday. He had 10 carries for 47 yards, which is really good. We're talking a 4.7 yards per carry average, and he did have the most carries on the team. The issue is Arkansas trailed the entire game, and obviously they wanted to pass more in an attempt to catch up. Now, Rakeem has also been killing them in the pass game as well. Not killing them, but he's been very effective. Let's say it like that. 4 receptions for 33 yards. That gave him an all-purpose yard total of 80 yards on the day. Keep in mind, last week he went over 100 yards, so down a little bit in his first start, but again, Team was trailing pretty much the entire game, and things just didn't go their way. Now, staying on running backs for a moment, Jamal Scott continues to eat over at Eastern Illinois. 85 yards and a touchdown on only 12 carries versus Tennessee Tech. Is it Tennessee Tech? Yeah, Tennessee Tech. Now, to round it off, I did a video on Kingston Davis recently. He has been suspended indefinitely from UAB. Now, we talked about this in another video, but just a recap for y'all real quick. Basically, the whole situation is under investigation, and UAB responsibly is not releasing any information until after the investigation is done, which that's the right way to do it. So we really don't know what happened. All we know right now, he's been suspended indefinitely. Now, Dakota Allen has been on a tear as he had another big day versus West Virginia. 6 solo tackles, 6 assisted tackles, and a sack. So 12 total tackles and a sack. Pretty good day. It was a close game, but Will Grier and company just proved to be a little bit too much for Texas Tech as they fell in a 1 touchdown game. Now, there was an article written on Calvin Jackson that was published on thespokesman.com. Really good article, very detailed. It talks about how Calvin's dad was an NFL DB and how much he wanted Calvin to follow in his footsteps and play the same position. Now, Calvin played DB and wide receiver in high school. He actually had 6 picks his senior year, but he preferred wide receiver, and it's paid off. His dad admits Calvin proved to him that he had what it takes to go far at wide receiver. But his dad still thinks like, yo, I feel that, but he could have still been a top corner in college football. And I can't argue with him. Now, a couple highlights from the article. Calvin talks about how the book club with Miss P had really helped him out and how he took a lot of the advice that she gave him to heart and still uses it till this day. He also said that Last Chance U did show a decent amount of some of the things that happened, but they definitely did not show it all. DJ Law. Now, DJ Law did a podcast interview with the guys from PG Sports, and there were honestly a few good nuggets in there, man. He talks about how everything was going well at UAB till his knees just randomly, he said his knees got fat. So basically his knees just started to swell up on him. He ended up leaving. He later went back, but he had to pay for his classes, which is why he has his GoFundMe. One of the more interesting questions that was asked is if he would consider the XFL or the AAFL, which are both coming up. And DJ didn't really give like a detailed answer to this. He just kind of said, everything is an option for me. I'm just trying to stay ready so that I could take advantage of whatever opportunities come about, right? Cool, great answer. But it is a really fun thought to imagine that extra chapter being added to DJ's book. If he had an opportunity to play in one of those leagues, I mean, like, how dope would that be? As a matter of fact, I'm almost 100% sure that at least a few of our Last Chance U guys will pop up in these leagues. It'll definitely be interesting, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. Tim Bonner has been impressing at FAU, and he's been seen as one of the possible breakout stars on the defense. Really wishing him well, as there isn't a better dude out there. He already has more tackles this year than he had all of last year, and hopefully he can keep it going. Keep grinding, Tim. Staying at FAU, Chris Robinson hasn't been playing well after that first start, and Lane Kiffin says he may reopen the quarterback battle. Chris Robinson seems to be pressing, according to Lane Kiffin, and he has not topped 200 passing yards in either of his last 3 games. Now, Deandre Johnson would have started last year if not for a blood clot in his throwing arm. He's been really close this year, narrowly lost the quarterback battle, and it feels like because of all of that and the fact that the starter isn't playing well, Deandre at least deserves a chance. There's not much to lose at this point, and this guy has been putting in so much work, and he still hasn't had a real opportunity to start. And I'm really hoping that they give him a go, just a full game to start and see what he does. I'm not sure if there's more going on behind the scenes, something that we don't know about, but at this point I'm saying, damn, give Deandre a chance. Now for our last story of the day, we gotta go all the way back to season 1. Damn near everybody's favorite Ronald Ollie played huge in Nickel State's victory versus Lamar. He put up 2 sacks and helped anchor the defense on the way to their victory. Afterwards on Twitter, he posted this. Sometimes I don't even know why I doubt myself. We don't know either, Ollie. We don't know either. Yo, anyway, thank y'all for checking out the video, man. If you enjoyed it, don't forget, click the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're brand new, and hit your boy up in the comments section. Oh, don't forget to follow me on FlemLo too if you're into NCAA football. I'm about to start doing all my live streams over there, so you won't even have to leave the platform. You can stay right here on YouTube. Just go over, check it out. Links in the description. Boom, I'll holla at y'all.
Yeah, you'll never know quitter, 'cause I'ma go get it.